Have you ever wondered why some efforts lead to massive success while others barely move the needle? That's where the 80-20 principle comes in, a groundbreaking concept that teaches us to focus on what truly matters. Written by Richard Koch, this book reveals how a small portion of your actions often creates most of your results. Sounds intriguing, right? Stick around as we unpack this game-changing idea and learn how to apply it to work, relationships, and life. Before we dive into the details, let's play a little quiz. What's one area in your life where 20% of your effort has brought 80% of your happiness? Share it in the comments. Chapter 1. What is the 80-20th principle? Introduction to the concept. Imagine this. 80% of the world's wealth is owned by just 20% of the population. Does that seem unfair or surprising? This observation, made by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto in the 19th century, is where the 80-20 principle or the Pareto principle was born. Over time, this idea was found to apply far beyond economics. Today, it's seen in business, productivity, relationships, and even nature. But what exactly does it mean? Simply put, the principle states that 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. This isn't about being exact. Sometimes the ratio might be 70/30ths or even 95/5. The core idea is that effort and outcomes are rarely proportional. Some efforts are far more impactful than others. Why it's relevant to you? Think about your life. What 20% of your tasks lead to most of your success at work? Which 20% of your friends bring you the most joy? Understanding this principle can help you focus on the areas that truly matter and ignore the rest. Examples in real life. In business, 20% of customers often bring in 80% of profits. Companies that recognize this focus their efforts on retaining and delighting those key clients. In personal productivity, 20% of your daily activities could be contributing to most of your achievements. Ever feel like some tasks are draining your energy but adding little value? That's the other 80%. In nature, trees don't spread their growth evenly. A few branches grow the most leaves, creating an efficient imbalance. How to identify your 20%? To start applying the 80-20th principle, begin by asking, 1. What are the key actions that lead to the majority of my desired results? 2. Where am I wasting time on tasks that don't move the needle? A quick exercise. Write down everything you do in a week and rank them by impact. You'll quickly spot the critical few activities that bring you the greatest success. Closing the chapter. The 80-20 principle is like a magnifying glass for your life, helping you zoom in on the essentials. In the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into why this imbalance exists and how you can use it to your advantage. Chapter 2. Recognizing the power of imbalance. Why does the 80-20 rule work? The world is naturally imbalanced. Not every input is equally effective, and not every effort pays off. This is due to a concept called leverage. Some actions, people, or decisions carry far more weight than others. The rule in action. Let's make this more concrete with a few examples. In sales, a salesperson might notice that a small number of clients account for most of their revenue. In health, a few small changes like drinking more water or walking daily can improve your overall health much more than hours of complicated routines. In learning, you can master 80% of a language by learning just 20% of its most common words. The trap of equal effort. One common misconception is that all effort leads to equal rewards. But that's not how life works. Richard Koch argues that by understanding the power of imbalance, you can stop wasting time on low-value activities. Key takeaways for application. 1. Audit your life. Analyze your activities, relationships, and work. Find the trivial many and the vital few. 2. Shift your focus. Start saying no to low-value tasks and yes to impactful ones. 3. Track results. Use metrics to see where your efforts are most effective. Final thought for the chapter. By recognizing the power of imbalance, you free yourself from the myth of doing it all. Instead, you can focus on doing what truly matters. Chapter 3. Applying the 80-20 principle to your work. Boosting productivity with 80-20 thinking. Most of us spend our days overwhelmed with tasks, emails, and meetings. But what if you could achieve more by doing less? The 80-20 principle helps you pinpoint your most impactful work. Steps to apply the rule. 1. Identify high-value tasks. Write down everything you do at work. Ask yourself, what are the few tasks that create the most significant results? 2. Eliminate or delegate the rest. Richard Koch advises ruthlessly cutting out or delegating low-impact activities. 3. Create systems. Automate repetitive tasks and focus on creative, strategic work. Real-life examples. A CEO focusing on vision and strategy rather than day-to-day operations. Or a content creator identifying the few types of videos that bring the most views and engagement. Pitfalls to avoid. Don't confuse being busy with being productive. Avoid perfectionism on low-value tasks. Closing tip for the chapter. Focus your energy on where it counts. You'll not only see better results but also have more time for the things you enjoy. Chapter 4. Using the 80-20 principle in your personal life. Revolutionizing relationships. Who are the 20% of people who bring you the most joy, support, and inspiration? Spend more time with them. Similarly, identify the relationships that drain you and consider setting boundaries. Maximizing health and wellness. Instead of complicated diets and exercise plans, focus on a few key habits. Eat whole foods. Stay active daily. Get enough sleep. These simple steps create the majority of health benefits. Joyful living. Find the 20% of activities that bring you the most happiness. Whether it's painting, traveling, or spending time with loved ones, prioritize these over meaningless distractions. Take away exercise. Write down the activities and people in your life. Circle the ones that make you happiest. Schedule more time for these. Chapter 5. Becoming 80-20ths conscious. Making the rule a habit. The final chapter is about living the 80-20 principle every day. It's not just a tool. It's a mindset. Steps to build the 80-20 lifestyle. 1. Daily reflection. End each day by asking, what was my 20% today? 2. Learn to say no. Politely decline tasks or commitments that don't align with your priorities. 3. Experiment and adjust. Continuously refine your focus to align with your goals. Living with intention. By embracing this principle, you'll find more time, energy, and fulfillment. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Final call to action for the video. Wow, we've just unpacked the power of the 80-20 principle. So, what's the 20% of this video that impacted you the most? Comment below and let us know. If you're ready to focus on what truly matters, give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with that one friend who could use some focus, and make sure to subscribe. Because in the 80-20 of life, subscribing here might just be your most impactful decision yet.